back, folks. Welcome to Sarcasm Speaks. I'm Jared, here with Bob. And we just actually said, well, I guess I'm going to give away. I'm going to tell you how the sausage is made. It's Thursday night. We're recording early because of the long weekend. But there is surprisingly a lot of really good sports on right now. I think this also solidifies for me. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but fall is for sure my favorite season of the year. And this is part of the reason why. We get really good sports on, right? We get hockey kicks back up in the fall. You get playoff baseball and you get football, obviously. So, I mean, I wouldn't call it a good game between Houston and Chicago right now. Houston's up 6-0, but the under's still alive. So we got the Red Sox tonight in game 1 of Tampa Bay. I mean, by the time this comes out, the series could pretty much be over.
Yeah, I forgot it's only a best of 5.
Yeah. Yeah, Monday is game 3, I think, right? And it's Marathon Monday because they pushed the marathon again this year.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, the marathon's on Columbus Day.
Yeah, it is. Our accountant is running in it.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. We get Nikos is pissed. Chicago just scored 1 run. I think the total in this game was 7.5. So currently it stands at 7. Our phones are going to start blowing up with Nikos on the fucking Snapchat group.
That's
fine. 2 outs, first and second.
They got women's volleyball.
Wow.
Going right now because I'm waiting for the Bach Box to play.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing, too. We got Coastal. So just tonight alone, we have 2 game 1s of the ALDS. We have the Coastal Carolina, Shants up, Bach. Playing Arkansas State. Then we have Thursday night football, which finally, I don't know, someone somewhere got the fucking memo and said stop scheduling trash games for Thursday night. And we have Seattle and LA, the Rams. That should be halfway decent. I mean, it'll probably be shit. It'll probably end up being a fucking 20-17 game. But at least it's 2 good teams. You know, it's not Cincinnati and Jacksonville. So
that was great last week.
Yeah. So we got that. What else do we have? Anything tonight, or is that it? The Bruins aren't on, are they?
I put the Shriners on.
Yeah. We've got women's volleyball.
Sung Kang shot 10 under in the first round.
Wow. Yeah, so it's a good day for sports, and it's days like this that you can really only get in the fall.
Hey, so they just showed Koepka putting. Did you see the match? The match 5?
Yeah, it's going to be 12 holes.
12 holes.
Between Bryson and Bruce.
People are fucking pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. So everyone knows 12 is the ideal number of holes anyway.
You know what's really funny about that too? So it was that random guy we played with, that Harmon, right? That said that?
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, 9's not enough. And by 18, you run out of steam. You usually black out for 6 of the holes.
Yeah.
Do you know how many holes they originally played the British Open at?
Was it 30?
It was 12.
12? Yeah.
Oh, it was a 12-hole course. Prestwick was a 12-hole course.
Yeah.
So the only reason we play 18-hole rounds is because that's how many St. Andrews have.
Yeah. So I remember learning about this when I taught golf. Way back in the day. Remember when I taught golf?
Sorry, I forgot the lecture for a golf teacher.
Yeah. And I was like, and that was the question I asked the class. I go, does anyone know why there's 18 holes in a course? And everyone was coming up with these crazy answers. And I was like, no, that's just all they had room for at a bunch of courses. So they just decided that they would just go with 18. And then like over time, enough courses just started making 18. And then it just became like a thing. Like there was no like designated thing like a golf course has to have 18 holes. Because like you said, some courses had different amounts. And then it just so happened that like after St. Andrews had 18, other courses started building and then, or being built, I guess is the right English. So other courses started being built, and they were like, oh, well, we'll go 18 because of St. Andrews. So like there was no like, there's nothing in the like the golf charter. Well, there might be now. No,
well,
there's not.
There's nothing that says a round of golf is X.
Right.
There's just like score posting rules.
Right.
Like, so if you're gonna post a score for handicap purposes, it needs to fit a certain criteria.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, our man, that random guy was like, "Oh, 12's perfect," so they're gonna play 12. The original British Open was on a 12-hole course, and I've even said some of these courses, they should just like, it doesn't need to be 9 and 18.
Yeah.
Like Old Scotty and Bridgewater they should have an 11-hole rate and an 18-hole rate, because 11th hole dumps you off near the park.
Yeah.
9 kind of doesn't. DW should have a 7-hole rate and an 18-hole rate, because 7 brings you back to the clubhouse, 9 leaves you in the middle of the fucking course.
Right. Like West Bridgewater.
They could do 7. What really needs to happen at West Bridgewater, though, is
they need to elongate. They need to finally either wait for those people to die. Well, actually, no, just wait for them to die, because I guess they've tried to buy that house a million times already.
The town needs to get that property and reroute the course.
Yeah, and turn 8 into a par 4 and make it the first hole.
Yeah, 8 should be the first hole and should be a short par 4. Then you play 9, then you go over to 1.
Right. So 1 should be 3. Yeah. So 8 should be 1, 9 should be 2, and then 1 should be 3, and then so on and so forth from there. Because the way that course is laid out, like, makes 0 sense.
And then you could actually, if you want to, you could make 1 a par 3, so that the par, like, so, because what they're probably going to want, though, is because there's no other par 3 on the front.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you could make 1 or 3, really. No, not 3, because it backs up.
Yeah.
So you could make 1 a par 3, move the tee over in the middle of the fairway. It would still be a challenging enough shot, and then you could extend the water hazards, so the place might drain a little bit better.
Right. Yeah. I mean, or
so West Bridgewater Country Club is redesigned by Dataro and Co.
Yeah. No, there's a par 3 on the front.
No, but there wouldn't be 2 if you make.
Oh, yeah, there would just be 1. Just be the 1. Yeah. No, that's true.
Guess, I mean,
could you turn?
Well, if you turn 8, current 8 turns into a par 4.
Yeah.
And you leave it as just 1 par 3. Then you have par 36, par 36, because there's only 1 par 5 on the front.
Right.
So you would have a par 72, so it actually wouldn't be that weird.
No. You just get more diversity on the back, right? You get 2 and 2 on the back.
Yeah. But you need the land.
Yeah. And that one house is there, and those 2 old people, they refuse to sell their house. So once they die, then West Bridgewater Country Club can fix their course.
Only problem is they probably won't have any money for it, but whatever.
Well, yeah, that too. Because then, like, what do? You move the clubhouse,
no,
or you'd have to build a road to connect them. You know what I mean? Like just asphalt. When I say build a road, I mean like a cart path.
Well, the parking lot goes over.
Yeah, but the house is there. You know what I'm saying?
Coming down.
Yeah, but you'd have to build a cart path to go straight to the thing. because the existing cart path would cause like a fucked up, like it would just kind of be fucked up. You know what I mean? Like you got people coming off two, going to one. Like,
Yeah, and it just depends on how long you make the hole too.
yeah.
The other thing too is because it has the hazard. You make it a short par 4. You actually don't have to move the tee that far back.
No,
You
that's true.
Make it like 280. And it might seem dumb, but this is actually not bad. Make it like 280 from like the white tees with the hazard there. So it's like you gotta carry it to get over.
Right.
If you hit the ball far, you can get over. If you don't hit the ball far, you probably only have to hit like a 7-iron off the first tee.
Yeah. That's like that's Wentworth. That is literally Wentworth Hills, the first hole. Like you have to hit, like I said, I hit an 8-iron off the tee.
But it could be drivable if you wanted it
to. No, because it's a dog left and there's trees left. Yeah, so like if you could sky shot your driver, then maybe, but then you're gonna lose length.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. I think it would actually be a sick opening hole because you'd really have to consider whether you're going to go for it or not.
Right.
But otherwise, it's just easy. I mean, I don't know what that wedge would be in from right in front of the hazard.
Yeah.
But
roughly, depending on how far you hit your 7-iron, between 120 and 150.
It might need it to be a little more. I don't know. You figure it out. But
yeah.
But so the reason I even kind of went on that tangent. So I'm going up to Vermont this weekend, and Sugar Bush was like is packed.
Yeah. Have you played up there yet at all?
Played there once, but it was remember the 4th of July? Do you remember how much rain we got?
Yeah. Yeah, that was gross.
Like running water through the greens, and it rained on us. So
because shout out to Nick, friend of the show. But I played with him the other day, and we played with this couple. I don't know where they live now, but I guess they're originally from Michigan. And they were like, oh, yeah, like golf is great everywhere. You got to play Vermont golf. Have you ever played Vermont golf? And me and Nick were both like, no, we haven't. And I was like, he goes, yeah, the furthest I played was Myrtle Beach. And I was like, yeah, I played one round in Savannah. It was beautiful. But like, other than that, I haven't played outside of New England. And they were like, well, even New England doesn't even do it justice. Like I've really only played in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Yeah. Like that's it. And Georgia. That's my grouping of 4 states that I've played in: Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Georgia.
Yeah. So outside of Sugar Bush.
Yeah.
Outside of Sugar Bush, the furthest I've driven to play a round of golf, and I don't know what it is in miles, was probably an hour and maybe hour and a half, hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, was that?
No, it's New Seabury. It's the
Redbird. Cape. Oh, New Seabury.
The Cape. Because it's like I was coming from Milton, or I left from Milton, but or I left to go to Milton.
What was that place? Was it? It was a Red Hawk or no Red Tail? Red Tail.
Red Tail's only like an hour.
Yeah.
I haven't played there in a while though. No, it's like a lot of the rounds I play are an hour. If I'm saying like I'm driving, it's like an hour.
Yeah. Remember we almost drove to like New York to play because we wanted to drive the furthest point south but north, but furthest point north but south of us. That like the weather was nice. Remember that one time in March? Was that like 3 years ago?
Every year around my birthday, which is in the month of March, I always want to drive south to the northernmost point that we can play golf.
Yeah, that's what it is. And we actually looked at it and we were like, I don't know, dude. Like we may only have to drive to like New Jersey or New York.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But then I was thinking, I'm like, well, my baseline is 50 in sun and I'll play.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 45 in sun. But then we were looking at it. It's like, well, New York's gonna be like fucking 50. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
that good.
No, no.
So, but no, I haven't played. So outside of so Sugar Bush is the furthest I've played away from home because we were up there. I didn't get a good crack at it because it was
Yeah.
gloomy, dark, raining, water everywhere. Negotiating rain gear, like it was a fucking shit show.
Right. Right.
Plus, I drank a little too much and kind of lost my shit. Like, I don't drink when I play, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was a little rough go. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm playing on Sunday at 8:24 in the morning, so
Nice.
we'll see if I can
Same course.
Yep, still Sugar Bush.
Yeah.
Okay, but their tee times were very, very limited. So I'm looking, I'm like, all right, well, what else is in the area? And up there, like where Sugar Bush is, it's all back roads. Everything's a back road. So it's really not that easy to kind of get places, especially to go play golf somewhere else.
Right.
So I'm looking and I'm like, oh, Northfield. I remember driving by that. I have to go up and down the mountain, but it's only like 20 minutes away. No tee time. So fuck. And then I'm looking at another one and I'm like, that was like 45 minutes away. Like that's just too far.
Yeah.
Then I see something called Woodchuck Golf. All right, what's this? And it says something about 6 holes. I go, that's weird. So I go to the website. I'm actually shocked they have a website.
Is that like the cider place, like Woodchuck Cider?
No.
No.
I don't know much about this place. They do have tee times. None available, of course.
Yeah.
6-hole golf course. There is no fee to play.
Oh.
Like
What?
people bring like cans of food and shit. Like they donate food.
Oh shit.
So I think it's not a real golf course. It's some dude's backyard or some dude's land.
Yeah.
So not this weekend, but some other time.
Worth an
I'd
adventure.
be interested to go check out. I was actually telling Michaela when we were driving up the last time, and we're gonna poke holes in this after. But I was saying, because the route we went, we saw a couple golf courses, couple like random bars. Like there was some gas station with a bar like tucked to the side. And I said to her, I go, man, this would be kind of interesting. And I don't know how we would do it, but like, drive for an hour, play 9 holes. Drive for an hour, play 9 more holes.
Yeah.
Drive for or it's like, you play the second 9 and then it's like, all right, well, we're going to go stop by this like gas station bar thing.
Right. Right.
Like, it's like you're driving by and it's like, I have no idea what this is, but I need to be there. And then I'm like, yeah, and then you go play golf again. She's like, well, great. Hey, thanks for creating your plan where you're just gonna, stay at my parents' place, and you and your buddy are just gonna like play a bunch of golf and go drink wherever you want.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. She goes, that sounds like an awesome plan.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds great to me.
I mean, I told her she could come. She could invite Amy too.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Sounds fun, right?
Yeah, it actually sounds like a fucking blast, for being honest.
Like, it doesn't sound exactly all that fun for her just yet, but
yeah, I mean, I'm sure it would be though. It would end up being fun.
It would be a divide and conquer situation.
Yeah.
One of those things like, hey, we're gonna go do this and we'll meet up.
Yeah, that's a 2-car scenario.
Yeah.
All right, you guys take that car. I'll see you in like 4 hours.
Yeah, or I guess drive an hour, play a round of golf.
Yeah, more like 6 hours probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's anywhere from 4.5 to 6 hours of golf and 3 hours of driving.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was mostly joking about that, but I was like, man, that would be a good idea. But logistically, it doesn't make sense. It's like,
Yeah.
unless for some reason Joe was like, hey, could you meet me up here? I need help with whatever. But Joe just gets the help that he needs and they just take care
Right.
of it.
Right. Right.
Like he would never ask me to meet him up in Vermont for something.
He knows better.
No, because seriously, because he doesn't do the work anymore. He's
Right.
just going to get someone to do it.
Yeah. Why not?
Although, one of my plants, so he bought me a bottle of Mad River Bourbon,
Ah.
which is distilled up there.
Yeah, in Vermont. I think I know the label. It's like it's got like a golden sun or a moon on it with like the little white river thing or silver river going down.
I don't know. But so I'm looking up. I'm like, oh, it's a distillery, and it's like right. Mad River is like right where they are, like
Yeah.
Waitsfield, Warren. So I look up the distillery. I'm like, oh, maybe they have like tours or something. The Mad River Distillery. Can you see that?
Yeah, I got it. I just looked it up too. Look at us.
The Mad River Distillery is on the road they live on.
Oh, wow.
So I said, I'll just hop in the Ranger,
Yeah.
the golf cart that's on like snowmobile tracks. I'll just drive over there in that thing.
Why not?
Like, it sounds awesome.
Oh,
like,
okay. This is what I was doing. So this is Smuggler's Notch bourbon.
Oh yeah.
That is also Vermont though. But I have seen the Mad River. I know that label.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I just know things by like label? Like you can say like a brand of booze and I can describe the label.
I'm pretty sure that is literally marketing.
It's what? Oh yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I just kicked my bureau and hurt my knee when you said that, so I didn't hear what you said. Because I have so much space here. But yeah, no, I mean partially too, because I just like stared at bottles and put them on shelves forever too. So it's like, oh, you know this one thing, and I go, yeah, I know the label. I know exactly where that is. What do we got? Any action in this game?
I don't know what I'm watching though.
Someone just struck out. Oh, I forgot you're not watching the same thing I am.
No. Oh no, I think the volleyball's still going.
Imagine that. I'm watching baseball, being like, "Oh, dude, what do you got going on over there? You're watching volleyball."
I don't want to be watching volleyball.
Talk about apples and oranges, huh?
How does the Coastal game get bumped for fucking volleyball?
That's bullshit. There's no like random like ACC channel. Like, is there like a Sun Belt channel?
The Fun Belt?
Yeah.
Oh boy, they're pinned back. This is fucking not good. Yeah, no, it got like literally it got bumped for volleyball.
That's fucking dumb.
Like what? Why wouldn't you just bump the volleyball?
Yeah, that is stupid. So I finished the Chapelle special last night. As when we recorded the other night when I forgot it was Tuesday. I made it like 15 minutes in. So I finished it last night and really, really fucking good. Like really well done. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No. But we're about to have a 99-yard touchdown for Team Bok Bok.
Oh, that's good.
The tight end just caught a ball for 99 yards and a touchdown.
Coastal?
Yep.
Let's go. I took the team total.
Bok Bok.
Bok Bok. It's 46.5. It's the team total.
Yeah, we have one problem though. James Blackman's the quarterback for Arkansas State.
Oh, geez.
That's what Nico's just told me. So
yeah, he's gonna come back and bite us in the ass. It's not ideal. Couldn't do anything for Florida State, but he's gonna drop fucking 60 on Coastal.
Oh, so
Yeah, so the Chapelle thing, I thought it was really great. His the way he formulates his bits, what he talks about is great. I talked to Sexy Chris about this for a little bit today, actually. Um, it is mostly just social commentary, but like the way he crafts it is unbelievable. He's, in my opinion, he's the GOAT. Um, and Sexy Chris and I talked about this a little bit too, where I can kind of understand where he comes from, but like I don't know, like so I've seen the specials from Pryor and Carlin. Um, I've never seen anything from Lenny Bruce. Who like if you ask like comedians, they're like, oh, who's the greatest comedian ever? They all say Lenny Bruce. Um, I've never seen his stuff, but my thing is like, well, I'm saying this, so I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say I've never seen them like live in person, like while they were alive, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Like, so obviously Pryor and Carlin were phenomenal. And so Carlin was alive during our lifetime, but he died, I think, in the early 2000s. So I think what I'm trying to say is like they didn't talk about stuff that's like going current events of like today. You know what I mean? So like Pryor and Carlin were funny. A lot of Carlin stuff actually does carry over because he was way more on like the social commentary, and by the end of it, he was like more of a conspiracy guy, kind of a little bit. But like Chappelle is Chappelle, you know what I mean? He's fucking Dave Chappelle. He's the greatest comedian, at least in my lifetime, I think. But those other guys, like I would say, if I had to pick one that was the best ever, I'd probably say Pryor. But I don't know.
I don't know, mate. So I don't know much about like the history of comedy or anything like that. But I mean, Chappelle is fucking funny as hell.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just the way he's able to like connect everything. Like he tells a story, and then it also helps that he's just absolutely fucking ruthless. Like he gives zero fucks. Like some of the shit that he said, it's funny. Like one of my favorite things in a comedy special is, which why sometimes I watch them more than once, is when they show the audience and you look to see like people sitting in the audience. I don't know if Sexy Chris, if you hear this and if you caught this too, you let me know. But there was this old white lady with like a younger white lady. I'm assuming it was her daughter. So it's like this one, they're both overweight. The daughter was obese. I think it's fair to say she was obese. The mother was overweight. She had like white hair that was all sticking up, whatever. And you're at a Dave Chappelle like stand-up show. So they stood out in the crowd, one, because they're white, and two, because like they're right in the middle of it. And this lady's got like bright white hair. So me thinking of it like, what fucking, 60-something-year-old white lady listens to Dave Chappelle? Like, what should she get that? I don't understand there. And hey, whatever. Like anyone can do whatever they want. But lo and behold, as the show goes on and he starts getting ruthless and telling ruthless jokes, you can see her in the crowd and she just sits there and starts shaking her head and just like says, like, you can see her, she's like talking to like her daughter, like saying shit. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing there then? You know what I mean? Like, imagine knowing who Dave Chappelle is too. It's not like you're going to see, trying to think of someone who's lesser known, like Mark Normand. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to go see Mark Normand or Brendan Schaub or, any of those guys. Like, you're going to see Dave Chappelle. Like, everyone knows who the fuck Dave Chappelle is. And you're going to that show and then you're just going to sit there and have a fucking puss on your face the whole time. Like, I mean, he doesn't give a fuck because he got your money. but like, why put yourself through that? Like, why go if you're just going to be a bitch the whole time? You know what I mean? Like, I would just imagine the people. So this is the split here, right? So he gets a lot of criticism, and he's already been ripped on all kinds of like news outlets and everything. Everyone's ripping him for being fucking transphobic and homophobic and all this shit already. But even though he tells a story about how his really good friend was transphobic, and he takes us through that, I don't want to spoil anything, but so this is what I'm saying. Like, I can understand the split of people that watch it on Netflix that get upset about it. Okay, well, step one, still go fuck yourself because you chose to put it on and no one forced you to put it on Netflix. However, I will give you like a sliver of slack because maybe you were like, I don't know, let me just see it. I want to see what it's about. Fine, whatever. It's on Netflix. You do whatever. Where you get zero slack from me at all is purchasing a ticket to go sit in the audience
Getting
and watch him
or
live.
for parking.
Yes, yeah, and pay for parking, like pay for drinks, pay for food. You're probably going out to dinner either before or after. Like, this is a whole fucking thing. You set up your entire night around this one comedy show, and you're gonna sit there with a fucking puss on your face, shaking your head, being a bitch the entire time. You can go fuck yourself.
It's like the woman who heckled Norm Macdonald. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you I know it's like that's a thing, like, oh, people heckle. Like the word heckle exists.
Right.
To heckle stand-up comedians, basically, or like in modern terms.
Yeah, yeah.
But with people whose job it is to be funny and really just like borderline insult people, why would you heckle that person? Like, what do you like? Why did you go?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So why do you go to Dave Chapelle? And I assume he was like, they probably started doing their thing. He was probably doing current events. It was probably something racial.
Yep.
Like, wow, imagine that. A black comedian who has been talking about race as part of his comedy since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
If not before, because I don't know his stand-up history. Wow. Imagine that. He started talking about race and what's going on currently in the world. Who would have thought? Not what I signed up for.
So strange. Because then, like, I don't know. I also don't want to give away any of the bits or anything, but if you follow Chapelle long enough, like, you get his shtick. And the other thing too is, like, he's a comedian. So what people also have failed to fucking wrap their minds around over the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years or so is they go after comedians for saying shit. And like when they're on stage, and it's like, you don't recognize that their job is to just tell stories. Like, they're trying to be funny. Like, they might say something that they don't actually believe. You know what I mean? Like because it's a show, right? It's entertainment. Like, they're putting on a show. It's not like, I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. Because at one point in there, Chapelle like goes and he does this whole bit, and he goes, "My problem has never been with any of these type of people. My problem's always been with white people." He goes, "I fucking hate white people." And that at that point is when, like, you could see that the old white lady in the audience like turn to her daughter and start having a fucking puss on her face, whatever. And it's like, you're really upset about that? Like, one, do you believe him? Like, seriously, do you believe him? And then two, like, this is his thing. Like, he's been ripping on people for years. Like, this is his 6th special on Netflix. Like, in all 6 of them, he's just ripped on everybody. So I don't know. It's just people being stupid, and I don't even know why I waste my time getting mad about it. But I have no sympathy for any of those type of people, because you also know that would be the type of person that would like write some scathing article or like leave a bad Yelp review. You know what I mean? Like, that's that type of person. It's like, you put yourself in that situation. Fuck off.
So a client of mine, and this is just like another, like, this is why people are the fucking worst. Another client of mine does tree service.
Yeah.
And she was saying that like twice in the last week, You know, they have like whatever contracts they have, whatever they do, like however it works. But you know, say it's we want you to remove X trees this year and fucking repair the ground, whatever. I don't know.
Do whatever you have to do to take trees out.
And she said that she's had people recently, people call and go, I don't want to do the deal anymore. Give me $250. And she's like, for what?
Yeah.
She's like, we've done more than that much work. Like, you don't have that much remaining. Like, whatever. It's like, oh, well, I'd hate to have to leave you a review. And she's just like, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead and leave a fucking review if you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't need this shit. You're a fucking. That's the people. Anyone who leaves a scathing review is just a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And I'm a fucking moron.
Yes. Dude, what channel is this Coastal game on?
ESPN News.
ESPN News. Awesome. Because I just put it on ESPNU and it's women's basketball.
It's volleyball.
Yeah, I know. Or women's volleyball. Sorry, I said basketball. The Point. Talk about false advertising, huh? They have the channel guides all fucked.
No, it's not fucked. It's the volleyball's running late.
Oh, that's what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't watching any part of the volleyball until I turned the channel.
We're good. We're good.
All right. What the fuck else do we have going on in the world recently?
Shit on that list, isn't there?
Oh, actually, well, by the time this comes out, it'll be out. We'll actually know the numbers, because this weekend is opening weekend for No Time to Die, the final James Bond in the Daniel Craig saga.
I want to go see it, but
I want to go see it so bad.
I don't know when the fuck I'm going to be able to.
But I don't know if I can. This is one of those things where, like, I don't know if I can justify going to see it on opening weekend just because, like, I fucking hate people and I don't want to. And again, this has nothing to do with fucking COVID. I've always hated people. And I just don't want to sit in a fucking movie theater surrounded by people.
Yeah, people are the fucking worst.
Yeah.
They're probably going to get up and clap at the end of the movie, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why, like, anytime you're in a packed theater on opening weekend of a movie, I've only done it a handful of times, but every single time there's stupid shit like that. I mean, people stand up and clap, or people like do something like, especially because they know it's his last James Bond. It's like maybe the opening scene is like something, but then like he comes on like mid scene and everyone starts clapping, or like someone random pops up and they're like, oh yeah, like you guys realize that like this is just a movie, right? They can't hear you. Like you're not, this isn't a Broadway performance. You know what I mean? Like
I'm trying to think of a good example of when that shit happens.
I feel like it always happens on like the opening weekends of a movie. Because at least when I've experienced, like I said, I've only experienced it like 2 or 3 times. And I think all 2 or 3 was the opening weekend of movies.
I think it also happens a lot if there's something nostalgic about whatever movie it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I cannot remember for the fucking life of me what movie it was, but it's like some character comes back and people like clap and cheer. It's like, dude, it's a reboot of this movie.
Yeah.
Or series or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, you mean like when Landfill comes back?
Like,
do people clap when Landfill came back in the next scene?
Well, it wasn't Landfill. It was his brother.
Well, yeah, but we could call him Landfill if we wanted.
So tangent. I want to get back to James Bond. So I'm retarded, right? And I can't remember shit.
Yeah.
Like I cannot remember anything. So I'm at the gym today, and I'm hearing a song, and I'm like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, and I don't know, someone's playing like Avicii or Chainsmokers radio. I don't fucking know. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to it. I go, that is the Scatman John song remixed into an EDM song. And the Scatman John song is from Basketball. when oh my god, what the fuck is it Matt Stone and Trey Parker? Yeah, Matt Stone.
Yeah.
It's like Matt Stone meets with the guy to take the contract so they can do the endorsements. And they're like going through all like the fashion shows and all the other shit. And it's like the Scatman John song is playing. And they took the Scatman John song and remixed it into this EDM song. It's unbelievable.
Oh shit.
So that's the obscure reference of today.
Yeah.
Yet I can't remember literally anything. But I can remember them.
but you can remember shit like that.
Yeah. Or like the Post, I think the Action Network posted. It was like when Seattle was wearing those bullshit green uniforms.
Yeah.
And
lost the first quarter under 10.5.
Bulls left, throws a fucking bullshit pass that Tyler Lockett catches. And I lost the first quarter under that game. I remember that.
Yep.
Idiot.
So
anyway,
yeah,
I'm excited for Bond.
I'm also excited for Bond. I don't know. I'm sure it's fun. It's going to be great. I'm just a little hesitant going in, given all of the like lead up to it when everyone, so we talked about this probably last year at this point. But when there were rumors that I don't know her name, but the secondary main, the second lead, I guess you'd probably call her in the movie, was actually going to be James Bond. And we were like, here we fucking go. This is Hollywood. James Bond has been Hollywooded because now James Bond is going to be a black female. And it's like, and it's like, it has nothing to do with black or white, but like the female thing, like that's not James Bond. Like that's not it. Like Ian Fleming did not write James Bond as a woman, but like Hollywood, whatever. But luckily we got past all of that. But I don't know. I just hope that they didn't Hollywood it too much. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they didn't like, would you say?
They probably fucking did, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for like, truthfully, for what he's supposed to be, the character James Bond.
Yeah.
People are gonna fucking piss, moan, cry. I mean, they piss, moan, cry about everything.
Right.
But especially now, like go back and watch fucking Goldfinger.
Oh yeah.
Like it's brutal.
Yeah.
He absolutely forces himself upon Pussy Galore. So first of all, there was a character named Pussy Galore.
Yes.
And again, he absolutely forced his way upon that.
Yeah. I would say out of all of them, Daniel Craig's James Bond was the least Bond. Like,
yeah, he was the most action.
He was more of like an action hero, whereas like traditional James Bond from the book was not really an action hero. He was kind of like a bumbling fucking idiot who always came out on top, like Archer. You know what I mean? Like we've said that before. Like Archer is more like James Bond than James Bond movies.
I think Wolverine's actually supposed to be like that too, but he never. Like I know the movies, but like even like the shows and whatever. Like I think he was supposed to be kind of a drunk, kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Kind of like Archer, whatever. And they try to make so he's kind of morphed as like the most badass X-Men ever.
Right.
He's the most popular, but
yeah.
Yeah, you obviously you can't have.
No. But like you couldn't get away with that shit. Like you couldn't get away with the shit that Pierce Brosnan did in the 90s with, you know what I mean? Like there were a couple scenes where I think it was Natalia. He just kind of like grabbed her and you know what I mean? Like can't really do that. Like, you know how much shit you would get in fucking Hollywood?
Yeah. That's the problem. Hollywood's the fucking problem.
Yeah, Hollywood is the fucking problem. Hollywood sucks.
It can't just be because that's the thing is it can't just be a Bond movie. They're
No.
going to have to put some message in there that's something more.
No, it's some message. And I guarantee you, here, it's either going to be racism, feminism, or I don't know what else. Well, I feel like there's another one in there. Like there's going to be something like abusiveness. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna how it's gonna come around to be like, well, like Remy Malek, we know that there's no spoilers anyway because the movie hasn't come out yet, and I'm not a fucking screener, so I haven't seen the movie, so I can't
seen the movie, so therefore
I can't spoil it. But we know Remy Malek's character is the villain. So it's like, well, is he going to come out and be like, well, James, because you are such a piece of shit to women and all this, like this, we're going to teach you a lesson. You know what I mean? Like if it's something like that, I'm going to be like, come on, what are we doing?
They can't. That's bullshit. That's like school bullshit. That fits in fucking a high school play. That's it.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, something about me. Now I say this every time. Well, I say this about Marvel all the time, and I end up shoving my foot so far down my throat it comes out my ass. But everything about this James Bond is kind of set up to fail, right? Because Skyfall, like it could have ended at Skyfall, and like been like Daniel Craig could have just like wiped his hands and been like, I made 3 movies and 2 of them were the greatest of all time. Like we're in the top 10.
Yeah, 2 of them are top 5.
Yeah. You know, like he could have been done after Skyfall, but then he came out with Spectre, which was really fucking good. Like it wasn't as good as Skyfall, but it was really good.
Fucking 1. You're kicking a field goal from the fucking 1?
Oh yeah, I'm watching that 10-0.
Oh.
Ugh, it's gross.
Yeah, so it's awkward because Spectre starts a new storyline for a guy that maybe wasn't even going to do another movie.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. So like that's what I mean by that. Like this movie is kind of set up to be a letdown.
Again, it just all depends on how they do it.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I said it from the beginning. I'm sure it'll be great. Like I'm sure I'll enjoy it, unless I don't. But
I usually do.
You know, it's just one of those like, yeah. I hope it's good. But even if it's not, like I said, Craig can say that he did 2 of the best James Bond movies ever. So it's more than Pierce Brosnan can say.
Nope, he's got like 2 of the worst.
2 of the worst. He has one of the best, if arguably the best, but 2 of the worst. Who do you think should be the next James Bond?
Oh, dude.
Any
here's my problem as to why I can't answer that, because it has to be a somewhat obscure actor.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah.
Usually whoever comes in is a relative unknown. And
yeah.
I can't speak about Connery because I wasn't even remotely close to alive in the 60s.
Yeah.
My parents were barely alive when that first one
came.
Yeah. But it can't be a big name.
No.
So
the biggest name they've ever had in James Bond was Pierce Brosnan. Like he was kind of established a little bit, but even still then, like I know he did the Thomas Crown Affair, but I don't know if that was pre James Bond or after.
Yeah, so I mean, like some of the names that have been thrown around. So Idris Elba has been thrown around for years. Too old now.
Yeah, he's too old now. He won't do it.
Loki probably shouldn't because he's
Tom
Loki.
Hiddleston. No.
Jon Snow probably shouldn't because he's fucking Jon Snow.
Nope.
And isn't he in Marvel now?
Yes. As is Richard Madden, who was Robb Stark in Game of Thrones, because he was being kicked around for a little bit, but I think now he's too big. You know what I mean? Like people know Richard Madden, they know Kit Harington, they know Tom Hiddleston. Like the other one that's been thrown, the other one I think he might be the betting favorite is Tom Hardy, and there's no fucking way. There's zero chance. Well, first of all, Tom Hardy's like 50.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea that
And with these movies
he's
coming out,
approaching
these
50.
movies don't come out every 2 years anymore.
Right.
Like we've waited 6 on this one. Like look at Daniel Craig from 2006 to now. It's a 15-year span.
Right.
Like the guy has to make it through here.
Yeah. We're not going to have geriatric James Bond.
Yeah, so I think it should be a relative unknown. I think it should be I think they should continue with the action-y type unless they're going to get writers similar to how Marvel does it.
Yeah.
If they can work humor in.
Like imagine if Taika Waititi like directed a fucking James Bond movie.
What did he do? He did Black Panther.
No, he did Ragnarok.
Oh, he did Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Okay. Ragnarok was good. So if you can get a character that can be funny like that, I'm okay with that, but it better not be fucking the corny humor it used to be.
Yeah. Oh, so the other one that keeps coming up is Henry Cavill, who zero chance. Superman.
So
I think
like this is the thing is like it never goes this way.
So I don't think he can do it because not only has he been Superman, but he was also in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
He was in one of the Mission Impossibles. So it's like you can't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it's weird. You can't be James Bond when you were also in Mission Impossible. They're like rival fucking, it's like DC and Marvel. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, so like this is the thing though. It's like it's got to be someone we don't know, which is makes it that much harder. Like how do you can't predict
right? How do you pick someone you don't know?
Like everyone that's like been named is already another character.
Yeah.
Or even I was just old, but
yeah. Although I'm seeing one person here, Rege Jean. It's REGE-Jean. I think, but it looks French. Rege Jean Page. He's
Jean-Jacques.
He's in Bridgerton. Do you watch Bridgerton? Do you know this guy? He's the main character. Is he good?
He's Bridgerton.
Amy said everyone thinks he's hot, but she doesn't. I don't know if she's just saying that because I'm here, but this is him.
He really cares about your fucking thoughts on the matter.
That's the guy.
Is he black?
Yes.
Okay, that could be interesting because I know for whatever reason they've wanted to have a black fucking Bond for years now.
Yeah, they've talked about it forever. Like Idris Elba was supposed to get it over Daniel Craig.
Yeah, like 9 fucking years ago.
Right.
But if they could release movies with any fucking regularity, they could probably get what they wanted, but they can't.
So like I could see this guy maybe getting it because he's a relatively unknown.
He's probably popular enough for whatever stupid show that he's on.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show.
Yeah, but not so popular that he is another character.
Yeah. I don't know, and he is the lead in that show, so he's at least proven that he can be a lead. You know what I mean? Because that's a risk too. Like if you're gonna pick someone to be James Bond and they turn out to be like really kind of not a good actor that can like carry the role. I don't know. Now you're looking at like a George Lazenby situation where you got one movie and then you're like, ah, shit, we got to find someone else now.
Yeah. Although Lazenby wasn't that bad.
No. But I just think it's funny that, so I don't remember, because what is it? Is it real? It's been 15 years, right? So I don't remember 15 plus years ago when all the rumors were going around like who was going to be the next James Bond. But I bet you Daniel Craig wasn't anywhere near the favorite.
No, I'm trying to think in 06, who would have they been looking at?
The only one I remember was Idris Elba.
Like, would they have been looking at Christian Bale?
Could have been. Yeah, actually.
But like, no, because he's Batman.
Well, that would have been before Batman.
Oh,
Right?
that one came out in 05.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the first one. That's right. I always thought it was 06.
Either way, they would have been casting before then.
Yeah. I wonder if I can Google that. James, if I do like James Bond rumors, what, 2005?
Maybe.
Oh, here we go. List of actors considered for James Bond. Thanks, Wikipedia. Considered but not chosen. Oh, wow. It also gives you the year, too. All right, let me get to 2005. Oh, wow. Here we go. Henry Cavill was on that list in 2005. Dude, how old is Henry Cavill? He's 38. So they wanted him to be James Bond when he was 23. Get fucked. Sam Worthington. That's the guy from Avatar. The guy that his legs don't work.
I don't remember Avatar, but that makes sense because that was a big movie then.
Rupert Friend. I have no idea who that is. Oh, he was Agent 47 in the Hitman movie.
Oh God.
He was in Homeland. I don't know. Julian McMahon. Oh, I know this guy. This guy's been in like everything. Julian McMahon. He was in Charmed. He was the fucking demon that fell in love with Alyssa Milano in Charmed. Did you ever watch that show?
Nope.
Julian McMahon. They wanted him. Alex O'Loughlin. Don't know who that is. Nope, no idea. He was in Hawaii Five-0. Clive Owen. That would have been kind of weird.
Yep.
Dougray Scott. No idea. He was in Mission Impossible. And then Goran Visenjic. This is the guy. He was in ER. That's the only thing I know him from.
Okay.
And he's Croatian.
Ugh.
So definitely not,
wrong type of European.
Yeah. So those are all the people that were considered in 05, and Daniel Craig got it. So I think it was a good call there.
I think so. I think they made the right call.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think another right call might be to wrap this thing up. I think we're on time.
We can wrap this up.
Yeah.
So, if you've heard me bitching and moaning before, my life is occupied. I have something every weekend from September 25th to October 23rd.
Yep.
First available weekend is the 30th of October.
Oh, that's amazing.
So my father calls me on Tuesday. Goes, hey, it's our 40th anniversary this weekend. You around? Not really. Going to Vermont. He's like, oh, okay. Maybe next weekend. I go, well, I got to play golf Saturday. Actually, I got golf tournaments the next 2 Saturdays. Maybe lunch Sunday. Oh, okay. Like, well, we'll figure something out. I go, all right, whatever. He goes, well, at least give your mother a call. I go, yeah, fine, no problem. I got to call her today anyway. I go, what day is it anyway? And I was like, I think I either said October. I go, is it the 10th or the 8th? I said something. I go, no, or I said something. I picked one of those days. And I go, is it the 10th? Or the 8th or something? And he goes, well, so whatever day I said, he goes, I don't know. I think so. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So in the meantime, I forgot whatever day I said. But that answer didn't really spring a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
In me. Now, some people may be thinking here, oh, how are you going to miss your parents' 40th anniversary? Very fucking easy. It's their anniversary. It's not my anniversary.
Correct.
It's theirs. They're the ones who have been married since 9 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Them. Also, we have never celebrated their anniversary with me included. Because again, it's their anniversary,
Right.
not mine.
Right.
But you may also be thinking, no, there isn't some big thing at some hall or party. Like, no, they're asking me just to go out to like lunch with them or something.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people probably listening to this going, well, what do you mean you're not going to go? How could you not remember? Like, listen, dude, this is not what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
For example, I know when my parents' birthdays are. I don't know which ones we generally celebrate. We haven't celebrated any of them in 2, maybe 3 years. I don't really know.
Yeah.
We get together like 4 fucking times a year. That's it.
Once a quarter.
We don't fucking even live that. Yeah, no.
Well, no. There's 2 consolidated in the fall and the winter. You know, like with Christmas and Thanksgiving, they're consolidated.
Yeah. So we have 2 in Q4, 1 in Q2, and 1 generally. When was my grandmother born? I don't remember. She's got a birthday too.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, not for nothing, I'm booked for 5 straight fucking weekends.
Yeah.
I'm just a loser, but I'm booked, unavailable. You're gonna call me on Tuesday? Like, dude, I've been booked for weeks.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I feel like a fucking doctor or something.
Yeah.
I know I write MD on my golf ball, but
Doctor?
I told some fucking kid that. He was like, he thought it was great.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, doctor ball. Great, here we go.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, I don't think much of it. So Michaela texted me today. She goes, hey, do you want to like send flowers or something? My quote response to her was, is that something normal people do?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I'm like, all right. She goes, just send me their address and when you want them delivered, and I'll take care of it. I was like, okay. So I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck. I don't remember what day my father said. Never mind. He also didn't really give me a lot of confidence that he actually knows the date.
Yeah.
He was probably calling me from work. Now, if he forgets, which probably not a big deal, he can just go check the clock in the dining room. It was a gift. The date's on there.
There you go.
If I forget,
genius move.
If I forget, their anniversary. If I forget, I have no way to find out.
Correct.
So I text my godmother.
Yeah.
Now, my godmother is not related to us. She's my mother's best friend.
Yeah.
I text her. Hey, do you happen to know when my parents' anniversary date is? I didn't say I thought it was the 8th or 10th. That's it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna say like, hey, I asked my father, he seemed unsure, and I don't know what he said. Like, nope, just do you know the date?
Yeah, keep it to the facts.
It's the 11th.
All right.
So whatever. Michaela took care of it. Whatever, they'll get what they get, and I'll see them when I see them. But
yeah.
I'm just like, man, what a fucking disaster.
That's hilarious.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, seriously, like, I don't think my father. Unless he hung up with me and goes, oh, wait, it was the 11th. I don't know.
Yeah. That's great. Like, hey, yeah, sure. I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah. And then, of course, he told me on the phone, and within hours, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yet I picked up the Scatman John song from a fucking EDM remix.
Obviously.
What an absolute fucking dickhead.
Well, speaking of dickheads, this weekend, well, when this comes out again, it's Monday. So this past weekend, when you're hearing this, it's a real quick final thought here, is Leif Erickson Day, Leif Erickson weekend. So every year, while the rest of the world celebrates the piece of shit Christopher Columbus that everyone hates now, we celebrate the real founder of this country, which is Leif Erickson, who was a Viking, and Vikings rule. And there's way better than fucking Christopher Columbus. So get fucked. Go Leif Erickson. So there we go. Don't forget to wear your Viking hats this weekend.
Yep, and if you lose your bets, you can turn the Viking helmets upside down and make yourself into a sad Viking.
Yes. So that's it for us. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe. Leave us a comment, write us a review, all that stuff. Subscribe wherever you're listening. If you're on iTunes, leave us 5 stars and a review. You can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, or on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks. The Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. Thanks to grillyourassoff.com. Use our promo code SarcasmPod for 15% off your entire order. And also mybookie.com, same promo code SarcasmPod, doubles your first deposit up to $1,000. So until next time, good night, everybody.